Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another capsule selection. Today's review series is the Tandeem review that I would love to present to you guys. It is a fragrance from the house of Thameen out of London, which is Amber Room. And then secondly, I want to present to you guys one of my favorite cigars that come into springtime. That is a Connecticut shade wrapper cigar from the house of Zino Grandmaster. It is the Scepter Grandmaster series Robusto. A very good smoke. If this sounds like the type of content you think you enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down. This is the channel where we aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. As I stated, we're going to get into a Tandeem review series on one of my favorite transitional amber accorded scents. It is very exceptional in the way it's made. It's from the house of Thameen, London. And this is a scent that is composed of accords that are primarily beautiful atomizer. Let me show you the bottle real quick before I get into the scent profile. Very nicely done bottle, magnetic cap. Thameen London has a beautiful sapphire crystal glass that they use for their particular 50 ml bottles. Excellent, excellent presentation for these. And now let's get back into the scent. As the scent profile for this one, it is a ambery, rose, citrus accorded fragrance with a nice pop of soft, spicy, floral, and aromatic touches that has a very nice aromatic and green fresh spice facet to it. To my nose, this is a very mature, gentleman scent that can be transitional from the, not only to me is it a 3-season scent, which makes it very, very comfortable to transition from winter to spring. To my nose, this is a much better and much more comfortable scent to take to winter to spring versus fall into winter. This is a scent to me that is spiced with peppercorn, pink peppercorn, a liveliness from bergamot, a liveliness from a grapefruit accord. It has touches of cinnamon that you can pick up in the facets and nuances in the mid of this particular fragrance. Very well composed. It also has a woodiness that comes into play along with a very, very cumbersome and gentleman sophisticated amber accord. And the amber, to me, in this particular fragrance, they did the best of both worlds by combining not only the golden amber but gray amber as an ambergris. This is a very, very nicely unfurling scent that can be taken from the office to a date night scent. This is actually one that I would take into consideration as a signature scent for any person that is a young urban professional, a business person, lawyer, doctor, because it's such a genteel type of fragrance, but it's also elevated in its eloquence. It has, once it comes off the open is a very citric accorded opening, but it only lasts for a few minutes in its brightness. It does stay in its accords throughout the entire fragrance, especially the bergamot. It stays there and it is very, very a part of this fragrance, and it's a nice, it's a luxurious feel to the bergamot. It's not one that you would say is fleeting or ethereal. It's very, very, it's there, it's present, and the way that touch of bergamot, it's the real authentic high quality bergamot that they used. The mid comes in as it's starting to develop now on the paper, much more beautifully on skin, I must say, but on the paper right now, you get the mid of a damask rose, and this damask rose is such a beautiful, beautiful unfurling rose that combines itself with a mid of slight, like an allspice, I would even say black pepper and pink peppercorns in the mid, and transitioning along with that is a sweet, soothing, and attractive cinnamon accord. The way it comes off, it will give you that element of attentiveness and attractiveness when you wear this fragrance. This is the part of the fragrance when you first step into the office or first step into a meeting that becomes more attractive. If you're going to spray it in the first 1 or 2 hours of the fragrance, it then starts to become more and more, it comes back in the way it's projecting, so it becomes much more of a radius of a 1 to 2 foot radius, and the sillage is the best part of this, but the 1 to 2 foot radius of projection is one that you will be comfortable and confident with wearing because it's such a luxurious and opulent smelling scent because of the 2 ambers, the cedar wood that is in this particular fragrance, the soft, subtle patchouli, but the rose and the bergamot along with that amber is just the crux of this particular fragrance. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance to wear day in, day out from, I would say, all the way up until 70 to 75 degrees. The weather, I don't even think the weather would matter beyond that if you wear it properly. 1 or 2 sprays in the evening, summers, this would be a spectacular scent to go off in that way. It is one that I say, for me, will be used very much so in the same elements and opportunities that I will use scents like Xerjoff 40 Knots, which is a great ozonic amber scent, and also Dior's Amber Nuit, which is another beautiful amber and citrus accorded rose fragrance. These 3 can go hand to hand, interchangeable, but they're all different, but at the same time has elements that give them off the same type of vibe. They could be sexy, they could be subdued, they could be attractive, they could be date night, they could be office safe and friendly. These are great scents to elevate your mood, elevate your days, and give people a more elevated presence and sense of you and your personality. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I love this scent to wear. As I said, coming into the springtime, I'm just going to start wearing this particular scent often. I love it. This is a great scent. I hope you guys can test this and get your nose on it once again. This is Amber Room by the House of Thameen out of London. A warm, spicy, floral rich and rose ambergris scent that has a base of woody patchouli, but the woody and patchouliness never comes out of its presence. It stays compact, and it's like the membrane that holds it all together. The nucleus, which is the rose and amber and bergamot, stays and it just envelops you, but the outer realm and that membrane, it's like a woody patchouli, and it's just a very, very nice and seductive scent, but at the same time office safe, office friendly, and productive when you come to workplace environments. Great scent overall. That is Thameen London, as I said, Amber Room. Get your nose on it. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, what I have for you in the cigar memoir. This is the Zino Grandmaster Scepter Series Platinum. But let me state that again. The Davidoff Platinum Grandmaster Scepter Series. This is a Robusto size cigar, a Robusto Extra actually. It comes in a 5.5 inch by 52 ring. It is a Connecticut seed Ecuadorian wrapper. It is a Connecticut shade binder, and it is a Peruvian and Dominican filler. To me, this has been such a pleasant smoking experience for coming out of winter and getting into more relaxing outdoor moments. I know I will be picking up more of these particular cigars to get more of these tastes in my humidor. Let's get into the first third as we contemplate what it is that I got and what I smell. Off of that particular cigar, the cold draw on it, you get a slight spice, you get a slight nuttiness and a slight cereal taste off of it. It's a very wispy, ethereal type of cold draw. You don't get many flavors off of it, but you do get some. The construction, as you saw, the veins are minimal, the seams are minimal. It's a very, very nicely done large cap cigar. The pack is great. As with all 3, this being the third actually, with the other 2 that I smoked, everything was fine. This is how Zino does it. They don't play games when they play the cigars into the marketplace. Combustion on these cigars, both that I smoked, were just phenomenal. I didn't have any problem with combustion. It's not even something that a topic that could be, I can even tap into. Both of those cigars burned razor sharp. They were in a humidor that was at 67 degrees and 67% humidity. The tasting notes that I got off this particular cigar became more and more phenomenally developing towards the nuttiness, the caramel touches, and also some of the halite touches. The first third of the cigar was a very, very pleasant cigar tasting profile. For me, what I got in abundance was the taste of Honey Nut Cheerios. If you like cereal taste in your particular cigars, a smooth and mellow cereal taste, this one can either be associated with Honey Nut Cheerios and or Honey Bunches of Oats. Those nutty almond profiles of cereal with touches of sweetness can be very, very profiled in this particular cigar. A cigar that I enjoyed thoroughly, especially in the first third. Once it started to develop into the second third, I got more of some of the black pepper that you can experience in certain cigars. The Connecticut shade is always a smooth cigar, so it could be white peppercorns, but it was much more elevated through the retrohale, so I will much more associated with a black pepper. The burn lines stayed perfectly fine throughout the second third. As I stated, the combustion was perfect. The final third of this particular cigar gave me some of the taste profiles that I adore about Connecticut shade wrappers. The smooth and mellowness of it. It never became too powerful. It never became too overbearing. The strength profile was a medium, mild to medium, and the actual body of the smoke was very nice. It was medium as well. It was much more enveloping than medium. Sometimes it got a lot more powerful, especially the way that the draw was easy on this one, so you can be sure that I on this one will kind of pull back on how fast and how much I drew from it. But the overall taste profile and the body of it was nice. It was wispy smoke, pure white smoke. The ash was holding on, so the construction of this was perfect. The ash would stay on until I flicked it off, and that was about 2 inches. This particular cigar is one that I enjoyed thoroughly, and I do suggest anyone who enjoys a Connecticut shade mellow starter cigar. They've been into cigars for a while, maybe a year or less, but they want to get into a higher profile cigar. This is a great Connecticut shade binder, Ecuadorian Connecticut seeded wrapper that will give you some taste profile to elevate your experience, but while still giving you the mellowness and a low nicotine hit and strength for you. This is a great cigar that I suggest going into for that type of events, you know, just to relax with and get your nose, your palate, and yourself comfortable with taking in higher strength tobaccos. Because of the filler and the binder combination were Dominican, it was also smooth in the way those spices came off, especially the Dominican. You could taste some of the Dominican tobaccos in this particular profile as well. That gave it a slight sweet caramel chocolate nuance for me in the final third. And that was one of the things about this cigar, that it was not one dominant note that carried out besides the cereal accord. It was a great cigar to smoke on, great one to finish off my weekend with, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been a great weekend for me, actually. So that is my tandem review series for you guys today. Something quick and simple just to give you a touch on what it was that I'm enjoying and expect to enjoy coming seasons. That is the Thameen London Amber Room, a great, fantastic duality between the two ambers, golden amber and gray amber, scent to go into the mid-spring, even early summer if you're going to wear it at nighttime. And also the Zino Platinum Series Master Platinum Scepter Grandmaster, a great Robusto for a small breakfast smokes, even a midday smoke, just to get you calm and relaxed to go into your evening. Two great things that I hope that you guys take advantage of. That is, again, the tandem review series for today. I hope, as always, you guys took something of educational or entertaining value from this particular content. And if you did, all that I ask is that you hit the subscribe and like button, because more content to come, and it's going to be a great time for us to have. I want to say to all that are new subscribers, welcome to the family, welcome to the community. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for showing out the comments. I love them. I'm getting back with you guys, and we're having some great commentary. This is going to be a great community for all of us to explore all these fragrances, all of these wines, and all of these cigars. Once again, cheers. You guys have a blessed day, blessed week, and I'll see you in the next video.